Blah, 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 blah. Hello! Where we last left off, Camilla had been kidnapped. That is an...
Oh no!
And now there's all these other different things thrown into the mix. Not only did we figure out that Camilla had accidentally killed her mom, Detective Jode took the blame for it, and now he is sentenced to death, not because of the Justice Minister, but because somebody else made the Justice Minister sign his execution paper. And the thing is that that person is dead, which means they are a ghost trick manipulator. Are they a friend or foe? I'm more so inclined to think that they are not going to be exactly friendly. Who knows? There's a ton that we have to unpack on this episode of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Strap in, we're getting into it. 10 years ago, a man named Sissel took a little girl named Lynn hostage and then was killed by a meteorite fragment. Tonight, a man named Sissel met a detective named Lynn at a junkyard on the edge of town, and then was killed by a bullet. But the scene I find waiting for me on the other end of the phone line feels like the final nail in the coffin of my lost memory. Whoa, what? There you are, Commander Sith. Finally.
Sissel, where have you been, my good man? We've been looking everywhere for you.
Had a little unfinished business to take care of. Didn't think it'd take this long. But what about your people? They sure went out of their way to mess me up.
I say, I believe we fulfilled every one of our conditions in our little deal. What right do you have to complain about anything outside our bargain?
We can talk about that when we get together.
This will be our last communication by telephone. We'll arrive in 1 hour. I look forward to seeing you, Sissel. Yes, we're nearing the final stages of our little deal, my good man. And we just had a report, sir. Lights have been spotted, sir. We will now disconnect from the communication cable and have no service until we arrive, sir. Very well.
What? What the frick is happening, bro? So did we actually just kill Cabanela? Nice try, Inspector Cabanela. But you could never stop me. See ya, sucker. Oh boy. Still unconscious, huh? I guess he hasn't been dead for very long then. I'll just go ahead and go back to 4 minutes before his death anyway. I'm a little nervous about what I might see there, though. But if that's where I'm gonna find my answers, I can't run away from it.
Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call.
That's a good boy. Gee, a hostage sure is a handy thing. It gives me complete control over the top police inspector in the country.
Ugh.
What's the matter? All those broken bones smart a bit. What's it like to feel pain? Does it make you feel alive?
Why are you doing this?
Now, is that any kind of question for a top inspector to ask? Isn't it obvious? Revenge, of course. Revenge on all the people who stole my life away 10 years ago.
Don't be ridiculous. It was a meteorite that stole your life. Or have you forgotten that?
Wrong. I was murdered by all of you! Detective Jode, who chased me down and forced me into a corner, even though I was innocent. Lynn, that girl who was right there where I was running.
My baby Lynn, she was just an innocent girl playing in the park.
If that brat hadn't been there, I never would have thought of taking a hostage.
Well, baby, that's the most self-centered garbage I've ever heard.
And finally, you, Inspector Cabanela.
Me?
If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid. You were so proud of your spotless record. And my case was one blot on it, wasn't it? Only 2 people know the real truth. Me and Detective Jode. I bet tonight's execution will be quite a relief to you, won't it? One of the people who know about the stain on your record will disappear for good. That's why you didn't help him escape from the prison. That's the kind of guy you really are.
I got nothing to say to you. You'd never listen anyway. My lord, this dude folded!
Dude, he's a manipulator.
Yep, he's a manipulator, bro. I knew it. I knew it. This dude can't die because he's already dead. Oh, God.
Now then, Inspector. Time to make a big red stain on your spotless white coat. This was another condition of my deal. To wipe out everybody who knew about Timsick. Revenge? That's what I'm up to? None of this makes any sense.
Hey, man. It's him. Mind telling me what's going on?
Inspector Cabanela. He's awake.
My head's spinning, baby. Am I to understand that Cabanela character just got shot? Is that me?
Yeah, that's right.
And you're supposed to be the scoundrel there who just shot me.
I guess so.
But you couldn't be, could you? After all, the guy in the red suit just walked out the door, right? So, who are you?
I guess I just have to face it. I'm not that Sissel guy. I'm somebody who's searching for himself. At the very least, you have information about that guy in red. And that's information I need.
So you came on a rescue mission now, did ya? Nothing like the sound of that, baby. Because there's a very important life here somewhere. A life valuable to this nation. Okay, so do your thing, baby.
Look at him. There's that something emanating from his body. Is it really the sign of having special powers of the dead? Okay, well, that doesn't do anything for me. What about this? Oh. So you're here, are you? He sensed my presence.
Dude, this is so weird with him looking at me like looking straight at me. Goosebumps just shot up my entire body.
I noticed you. You think you can stop me, do you? I don't know why you're wearing my face. But you might as well give up now. I control everything, including the life of this police inspector in white.
I can't do anything.
Wait! Don't shoot! This other me knows the powers of the dead well.
Who wouldn't notice what you just did? You're practically shouting, "Look at me, baby!"
I guess I can't use my powers right in front of him like that.
So am I supposed to do, like, things behind his back? Is that what it's telling me to do?
Ah, here we go. Yo, what the heck happened down there?
Something bad happened here. And now, there's another death lying here hidden.
What? Another death?
Didn't I tell you from the start? Didn't I say there was a very important life valuable to the nation here?
I thought you were talking about you.
I'm just a crazy character in a white coat, baby.
Okay, I figured he was gonna be down here somewhere. Excuse me. Are you awake? Of course. I never sleep during work hours.
Professor! Do you recognize me?
There's only one crazy character in a white coat that I know of. He hasn't lost his memory. Cabanela, this is quite a surprising guest you brought with you, pretending like he didn't just blow up the place.
Oh, this is a different guy, and I'm his guest, actually. Said he came to rescue us. Unlike you, my sharp friend, he hasn't gotten his memory back.
Anyway, we're going to be going back 4 minutes before your death, in order to change your fate, that is.
But aren't you already in the past, man?
But we can go back even further. I've done it before. I still don't see a path to saving Inspector Cabanela. But if we go back further, maybe I'll find a lead.
We shall see, as long as the manipulator guy doesn't mess with us. How many times do I have to tell you, Professor? This place is dangerous.
He's completely dead, but just as I thought, I'm getting a reading. This is the source of his powers. If I can remove it...
He's not dead, he's just not there! The true form of the manipulator isn't something you can detect. It's a spirit.
Ridiculous. So you figured it out, huh? You're a clever man, Inspector Cabanella.
So it really is true.
I wasted a lot of time tonight because of you, Inspector. But it's all just like you said. I died 10 years ago. This body is just a vessel. A shell. I control everything. This shell, people. Just like I controlled the Justice Minister in Lynn.
So it is true, baby. You were just manipulating my baby that time. You made her shoot your shell. But why? Why would you do a thing like that?
To create conclusive evidence, you know. You know, that security tape. Now she's a murderer, too. She'll suffer just like Joe did. Now then, Professor. I'm afraid it's time for you to die. I don't have any grudge against you. I'm even grateful to you. Oh yeah? So why don't you just let me live then? I'll be leaving this country forever tonight, but before I do, I need to erase all evidence that these powers of mine even existed. Along with the contraption in this room. This time the thing will work the way it was meant to, and it'll all be over.
Professor, look out! Why did Cabanella crumple like that? You made the guy in the white coat sound like Johnny Bravo but mixed with Elvis. That is exactly what I'm going for!
Dynamite, huh? When the devil did he put that there?
He planned it all out tonight. Having my baby shoot him, having his corpse disappear.
His corpse disappeared?
That medical examiner. Remember him? He was a complete and utter imposter. He said he was gonna take the corpse back to the lab, but he'd already made a deal with the manipulator to meet him and give him the body back. But I wasn't gonna let that happen, baby.
You saw right through their plan, huh?
I noticed right away the medical examiner didn't know the first thing about examining a body. I knew he was a fake, so I tracked him down and bought him off.
Bought him off?
I had him smuggle the corpse to this room. Thought we could find the source of his powers. Of course, never my wildest dreams did I think the abilities were the powers of the dead.
Anyway, there isn't much time. He's leaving the country before dawn. But something's been nagging at the back of my mind. I remember what Ray said to me tonight. He said that spirits cease to exist when the day breaks. But if that's true, how could a spirit from 10 years ago still be here?
No time for thinking now, baby. Action is the name of the game. Work your magic and take us back, even further back into the past.
So I didn't see anything. Wait, what is down here? Okay, well that's obviously important because I've never seen that before.
As you perhaps may have already noticed, time is running out, baby.
Yeah, no perhaps about it, I know. Unless I find another path. I'm sort of at a deadlock here. Who's talking? Oh, is this Ray? I know that voice. Is this Ray? Who is this? Before I'm carried away. He's here somewhere. A friend of yours? Oh, it was Missile! A little guy that looks a little fragile, but he has strength that'd surprise you. Okay, so Missile was on a leaf, right? He was a leaf last time we saw him. There's the leaf. Sissel, here I am. Here, let me come join you. Oh, the boys! Okay, there we go. You here, and swap those around.
Look out!
Sorry, little pigeon. As for you, Inspector... Okay, he's not dead yet. Oh yeah, he has to be at the top of the stairs, at the upper room. He's not dead, he just hurts a lot. I have a little job for you.
I can't move. I think I may have 4 or 5 broken bones.
I don't mind. It won't prevent me from manipulating you. It might make it hurt a little bit when I move you, though. Quite a bit, actually.
Wakey, wakey, it's time for school.
I can't believe it. You actually pulled it off. Sorry, Inspector Cabanella. I couldn't do anything to help you.
And there I am, a poor broken heap of arms and legs. But no matter, I enjoyed the show. The magic disappearing act, that's it, nothing like it, baby.
What's the matter? You look like you'd rather be dead. Not that you aren't.
I was just remembering the fact that right about now, the real me has given the poor Justice Minister a real fright.
Excuse me, mister.
Yeah?
You really shouldn't be mean like that.
And what's this lively little creature?
Oh, this little doggy's the warrior who keeps Camilla safe. Or, he would be if he was actually still full of life.
Camilla. Gods in heaven, what a terrible thing! That poor little girl taken hostage.
It's a cruel twist of fate indeed. Wait just a minute. Miss Camilla is a hostage?
Yes, we're very sorry, little warrior.
Miss Camilla? A hostage? What's a hostage? Anyway, Inspector Cabanella, it's time to save your life now.
But you couldn't get very far when you tried before, am I right?
But this time it's different, right, Sissel? That's right. With us working together, it's a whole different situation. We'll save the Inspector in white, and then we'll go save Camilla. Okay? Okay, let's hurry up and get through this.
Gee, kids, you're making me feel like an afterthought.
Alright, let's get started. Inspector Cabanella is upstairs, so our first step is to get up there. Sissel, I'll go up first and wait for you. There you are, Sissel. Sorry for the wait, Missile. 4 minutes from now, the Inspector will be killed by a gun.
Anywho, jump in there and do something!
Okay, I'm ready to jump in, Sissel. So what can Missile do? Okay, there we go. There's that. Oh, did you see that? That bad Sissel turned around. You have to call him that. But yeah, maybe this is our chance to try some ghost tricks.
This is the only time he'll take his eyes off me, too.
If you have something to do it now. Time to take the first steps towards saving the Inspector. No! Oh my god, dude, he turned around! Literally as soon as I did it! Turn around. Turn around, turn around, turn around. Okay, he didn't see it, thank God.
I got nothing to say to you. You never listen anyway.
God, dude, that's so cool and creepy. Okay, so we've got to change something here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he can't see this, so I wonder what this does.
Oh, this is odd.
Oh, I see here. Okay, so that knit hat is the same shape as probably the bullet that gets fired from the gun. Oh, interesting. And then the dialogue is, wow, would you look at that? Right on the hook.
I love knit hats, so warm and most of all soft.
Hey, now that I'm looking at it, that hat's the same shape as the helmet you just knocked down. Ha! I thought so. What can I do with that? He's still gonna die. No, wait. Our chance is coming up. The last split second, right? Okay, leave it to me. Would you look at that? The bullet is hanging in midair. I'm hearing the bullet right now. I don't think he noticed. Looks like you pulled off another magic disappearing act. What I saw in these last 4 minutes gave me all the answers I've been looking for.
Well, our research these past 10 years pales in comparison, right, Professor?
Okay, well let's hurry back. Back to our time. We have to rescue Miss Camilla. You're right, Sissel. There's a certain guy I have to follow too. How are you feeling, old crazy character?
Hey there, Prof. We're both alive. Oh yeah, nothing like it, baby. But I don't know if I'm getting old or what. I've got a few aches and pains here and there. Used to be. A little thing like an explosion wouldn't bother me.
Like I'm supposed to believe that. So what? The guy in red is gone, huh?
Just in case, I posted some special investigation units all around the building. Let's just pray the boys came through for us. Oh, damn it! You picked a bad time not to listen to me, body of mine.
Well, it looks like both of their deaths were erased. Unfortunately, in the case of the inspector in white, I can't call it a complete success. But in any case, these two have the information I need to start tracking the manipulator. I better talk to him. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police. The police, huh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse. Hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. Well, that's what the police report said. There were no signs of life. He was definitely dead. But I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, all right. No question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him. Not a scratch. But I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. I was completely bewildered. But when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the next instant. And that's how it went. No scarring or blood either. And I never had the chance to solve the mystery.
That's because the corpse up and vanished on us.
The morgue is very well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there is one way the corpse could have disappeared. What's that? It got up and walked away. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead.
We saw with our own eyes tonight. Not even that explosion could kill him.
The corpse left behind some data from the testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming off of the body. Radiation? I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute. Could it be? That's right. It was coming from that meteorite fragment. No, please tell me these words. These might be out of battery. Ah, God, please. I may have to resort to Joy-Cons. I really don't want to. I hate Joy-Cons. Okay, we have life. Thank God.
I went to that park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And just as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the same exact pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulator case. Thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Oh, stop, Professor. Do you want to see me blush?
It was, well, about a year ago, I'd say. This man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
Hey! I heard there was an oddball here who's researching Timsic. Is that you, baby?
Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball?
I was investigating the manipulator case then, when I heard there was a man who quit the police force to study the meteorite. It was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this.
The source of my power is not of this world.
And that's when I put the two and two together, baby. The manipulator case and Timsic were somehow connected.
Which also explained how 5 years ago he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother.
He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. If I knew things were gonna end up like this, I would have tried to die in that explosion, baby. That way I could have been dancing after Big Red by now.
It's true I can't do much about injuries, but really, you shouldn't talk that way.
Oh yeah, sorry. I suppose you're right. I just hate feeling so helpless. He was right there within my grasp. All our plans were resting on tonight, and then this had to happen.
I guess he's talking about his spotless record. It's not too late, Inspector. We still have a chance. Maybe I can catch him.
Say, you're right. That's not a bad idea. I'll cooperate with you fully. Go ahead and fire away with any questions you like, Mr. Ghost.
That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago.
He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame.
But what about when he said this? I was murdered by all of you! Detective Jode, who forced me into a corner. Lynn, the girl who was playing in the park. And finally, you, Inspector Cabanella. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid.
"10 years ago on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man, an important witness to our investigation. And then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes.
Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course. But if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit will make the rest of your life a living hell.
But
I've been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on big cases with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement. But I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. Then I made another mistake on top of that.
The chief wants to see you about your report.
Oh yeah, got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. And that's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room.
Oh my brother, man, seriously? Are you dense? What? How could you?
He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication.
Overseas communication?
For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on communication networks. This particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country. He said he wanted them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him. Of course, we didn't know what he looked like at the time. And of course, to prove these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast. And the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office.
Those 2 inmates of the special prison, huh?
We kept tabs on their communications and launched an investigation. And then finally, we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and we staked it out.
That restaurant. The Chicken Kitchen.
The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight, on a submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. We haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to think what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands.
Right. Highly unlikely they'd use it for peaceful purposes.
We have to stop him before he leaves the country.
This spotless record of yours. Is it really that important to you?
Of course, baby. In some ways, it's more important to me than my life.
Than your life?
After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel. As the head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of the investigation into the manipulator case.
Huh? The manipulator case? That's why you cared about your records so much?
Well, of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it, man. Jode shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder. Everything in my power. Then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years, though. The manipulator, he's going to prove that Jode is innocent.
There's one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jode, then why didn't you help him escape from prison?
That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime.
Ah.
I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself has to be executed, you know. As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped legally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister, too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby.
So that's it, huh? But there's one little unfortunate result of all of this. Lynn completely misunderstood your intentions.
Ha! What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around. Just give it time. There are more important things to do with our time tonight.
So that contraption in the basement here, you built that to try and help Detective Jode?
That's right. Jode and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of his case to try and recreate the device. But there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce no matter how hard I tried.
Camilla told Jode it did something it shouldn't have. It made an impossible move.
I added that part to the device I recreated. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate. Otherwise, the gun wouldn't fire.
So that must mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption.
As a result, we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed.
Inspector Cabanella!
Hey, baby. Sorry about that phone call. Must have sounded like a real villain. I hated to spoil your image of me. With that cool cat investigator you always looked up to.
Inspector Cabanella, I'm sorry. I just heard you were chasing after that man all this time to try and help Detective Jode.
Oh yeah, this manipulator is a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to get involved.
So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it?
Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer.
Yikes.
Tonight, I really thought we had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. Like a cruel joke. But a joke is a joke. We might as well laugh. Jode!
The minister called off the execution report. The minister called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jode go free until tomorrow morning.
That's a pretty extreme while he was at it.
I'm sorry I took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always got to be like that. You make everybody else run around and then you swoop in at the last second.
Jode. 5 years ago, you left this coat with me, just before you turned yourself in. I promise to give it back to you one day.
Let's go, bro! Dude's back in business! I've been waiting so long, Detective Jode. Waiting for this day to come.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. This present you gave me. It's just what I needed. Thank you. Glad you like it.
Sissel, are you there? Yeah, I'm here. You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure. But how? We don't know where the submarine is, and the phone line doesn't work. They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow. You'll see. Could you wait here until we do? Please? Okay, fine. I'm counting on you. This true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving. It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further from knowing who I am than ever. But now, I don't feel so alone. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang.
Hello?
This is Jode. Sissel, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We'll be waiting for you.
Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end.
Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. Really.
I am the one who should be thanking you.
Welcome to the Yonoa. Detective Jode. My detective sense must have gotten rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jode. I used your phone. Hope you don't mind.
Egad! Never thought you'd track us here! Especially seeing as you're a death row inmate.
And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. A submarine, huh?
But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Yonoa was going to the surface, confound it!
We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, just ask the criminals. The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. I have a little something for you. Cabanela has given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver, made to look like a pocket watch.
Yes. Inspector Cabanela. I hear he's an excellent investigator.
By the way, where is that man in red? I know he's on this submarine somewhere.
Ah, Sissel, you mean? You can relax. That's nothing but his shell.
His shell, huh?
His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely right about now. He's controlling your daughter.
Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please let her go.
Ha! There's something our nation needs. Sissel has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sissel has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip?
Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sissel has to offer. The source of his powers.
What in the world was that?
The Timsic fragment. It gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Sissel is concluded, as far as we're concerned.
What are you talking about?
What a mistake to make, right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jode. Farewell. What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jode! Where did he go? Did they just blow up the sub? What is happening? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. But I smell danger. I better find them, and fast. Wait, what am I looking at? Talking? What am I talking to? So you're here, huh? It's Missile! What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago? I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog. But with my loss of my memory, I can't say I'm much better. Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla. Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff him out? I'm sorry. I don't think I can. But you do have the power to swap objects. So let's go find that lady detective and little lady together. You got it! The telephone's ringing. Wow! It's Miss Camilla! I just know it! My trusty nose is practically screaming it at me! I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing. Wait, are those the same thing? Okay, I don't think that did anything for me at all. Hello? Hello? Miss Camilla? Hello? It's no use! Again, for like the third time. Let's do that. Perfect. I'm trying. I think I just heard a little explosion in the distance. I've got a bad feeling about this. Sissel, look! That black hello! It came off the hook! Uh-oh. I better answer it fast.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Oh, it's her. It's the little lady. It's Sissel. Where are you?
Somebody please answer.
I guess she can't hear my voice. You too, huh? Oh, good. I thought she was just ignoring me.
Somebody help me. Lynn is...
Oh my god, is she dead again? She said Lynn. Miss Lynn! We better hurry. Let's go, Sissel.
It's no use. No one's answering.
Miss Camilla! And... Bro, oh my god, how many times is she gonna die? Yeah, she just can't seem to catch a break. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady.
Sissy, I knew you'd come.
Miss Camilla! Miss Camilla!
And Missile too. I'm so glad you're alright.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright exactly.
Huh? Wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before.
What? My voice? No, that's right. Camilla has a core now, so that means she did hear Missile's voice before, when he saved her that time.
So it was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you.
Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy. Hey, Missile, could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while? Huh? But don't you need my powers? I'll see what I can do on my own for a little while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her. Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you, Missile.
Okay, so that's Missile there. Do I need to talk to Camilla? Let's go ahead and talk to Camilla anyway. Could you tell me what happened to you? What happened after I saw you at your old house?
Oh, let's see. After that, I think I fell asleep. I woke up to the sound of an engine.
But she was already in the submarine by then.
I thought to myself, I have to escape. The next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired I couldn't move. And then...
Camilla!
I was so relieved. I don't remember what happened after that.
She must have passed out. The poor thing. You've been through so much. You're very brave.
I think Lynn's probably been through more than me.
You've both been brave. Alright, Lynn, this is literally what, the 4th time you've died? Oh, Sissel, you're here! Lynn, what in the world happened here? I don't know. I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case. And where's Detective Jode? Is he alright? I don't know. The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden. Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanella fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Joe and I managed to secretly stow away on the boat. And then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Joe and I decided to split up after that. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here. Wow, that's quite an adventure, but What happened next? I don't know. There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead. Oh boy. Sounds like it'd be quicker for me to see for myself. Camilla, are you okay? Oh, dude, no, she's getting manipulated, no! Hello, Lynn. Or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back! She has nothing to do with any of this! I'm afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone's ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead. The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution. Well, knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it be just what he wanted? To be executed by his own daughter? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what I've... What in the world? An explosion? Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had? Look out! Oh, revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not. You're not him. She's right. I'm not him, am I? Anyway, let's bring you back to life. Again. You didn't have to add the again part. Okay, this is gonna be omega stressful. I don't know what I'm actually supposed to do here. There's a lot going on. Oh, the phone's off the hook now.
Hello? Anybody there? If anyone's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, come if you're coming. We're leaving.
Like I definitely stay here, right?
So it must be true what they say, that there are restless ghosts on board.
Hopefully that did not get me killed. Well, now that I think about it, I don't think I can interact with anything else. Lynn's gonna end up getting killed anyway. I'm gonna have to start that over. Man. All right, let's see what happens on the other side of the phone line. I don't think anything crazy. Okay, this was the right decision, I guess, because it updated the phone book.
What a thrill.
It looks like the sub just lost one of its crew. I guess that means the fate of this sub is slightly changed. It's Detective Jode! What's going on there? I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red is about to get his Timsic fragment taken away. Uh-oh. Am I gonna get stuck here? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh. The Timsic fragment! You're mine at last! The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned.
Yes, sir. Farewell, sir.
The whole room just disappeared with Detective Jode in it. Don't worry, Lynn. I bet Detective Jode can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. I can't believe this is happening. Now then, I better hurry along. before Sissel discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The unknown will be his coffin. May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sissel. Ah, so that's the cause of the giant explosion. Huh? What is? Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo. It's like, well, I mean, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you? Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes more readily to mind. It looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before the torpedo's fired. No, 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 no. There's no time. It's gonna launch. Don't worry. We can still find a way to stop it. What? How? Even if the torpedo does launch, we'll just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we could do. I hope. Why was the I hope at the end the strongest part of that sentence? Okay, here goes. There's a ratatouille's in it? I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort. The spinning black things, right? Apparently the rings help the torpedo maintain its balance. They must be pretty heavy. I wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow. Detonator. What happens if we operate the joint? Ah! This looks like just the thing. If we clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving. So what does that mean exactly? It means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this. I have to admit, I don't understand all the details, but I do want to give it a try. Okay, so I guess I'd stop the gyroscope? Oh, do I stop both? Oh no! Oh, well, he moved now. Great, we've dumped the little creature off. Wow, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for that safety device. Right. There, we clamped the safety device on. We did it! That should keep this torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem. Problem? What's that? The torpedo is still going to impact. We can't do anything about that. Uh-oh. What was that noise? It looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine. But it looks like the submarine's still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. Sissel, we did it! We stopped the torpedo from blowing up, but we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine. Huh, you're right. I guess we better get back to the present as quickly as we can. Right. I'm worried about Camilla. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Uh-oh. Water is seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. She good? Camilla, you're awake! How do you feel?
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you.
Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla!
Oh, Missile, you're here.
Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? We have to get out of here. before any more water comes in. Cecil should be along any second.
I knew Sissy would come.
And Missy is here too.
I'm so glad everybody's going to be with me now.
Miss Camilla! I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do. Oh, come to think of it, I think I'm gonna cry. Or whimper, as the case may be. I better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here. Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Cecil. He's here. Up you go. I'm glad you're here, Cecil. Sorry for the wait. It looks like this room is going to fill up with water fast. We better get out that door as quick as we can. We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure is too great already. I can't open it. What? What does water pressure mean? Think of it as the force of water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here. So the only way out of here is up, huh? Exactly. Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Hey, look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow. Good idea. Let's try it. Oh, and by the way... Yeah? I can't swim. Neither can Camilla. Don't you have any good news for me? Let's open the fuse box. That definitely does not do anything for me. Close that. Reach this switch lower. Is that gonna put the... Yes, the ladder is down. You did it, Cecil. Thanks.
What a thrill.
Oop! What was that? It looks like water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. Now, all we have to do is to get to that door, and we're safe. Oop! Oh. Oh god, are they gonna have to climb out of there? Ow. What happened now? It looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. I can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. Come on now, if the latter could be true. What now? The water sure is rising fast. Come on. You've got to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. Well, well, I think I see a familiar flame over there. Cecil, there you are. How's it going? How is it going? I'd say it's going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you? Of course. After all, just ask anybody who knows me how much I hate taking a bath. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies? Of course! Alright, Missile, what can you do for me, homie? Do I need to swap that? Oh my gosh, there's so many options here. Uh-oh, the water's still rising. It's up in my knees. And it's freezing cold. Just hold on. We better create a path fast. Hang in there, Miss Lynn. Thanks, Missile. I don't know where I'm supposed to put Cecil at. And there's nothing that I can activate either.
This?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. These pistons sticking out right in front of me. It almost looks like they're taunting me. Maybe it's a challenge? It might be just that. Think you can climb them? If I wasn't holding Camilla, I could probably do it easily. Cecil, you're not telling Miss Lynn to leave poor Miss Camilla behind, are you? Can you just be quiet for a minute, Missile? These pistons sure do look like they can be used to our advantage. So the big one needs to be at the bottom, I guess. And they need to actually be in like sized increments. Yes, that is exactly it. There, how about that? Wow, this is great. You made a staircase for me. You better hurry. I don't think that water is gonna wait for you. Well, that was unreasonably quick. Ouch. Now this steam is getting in the way. It's too hot to get through. What? And there's no way to get around either. Think you can do something? Of course we can. We have to. Okay, so now we're gonna have to probably... Oh, wait. Do I just turn it off like this? That did not do it. So by closing this valve, I've shut off the steam flow to that first pipe. Oh, God. All right, so now we gotta get Missile over here and I guess swap the pipes around? Look at this! If I swap the pipes, it changes how the steam comes out, huh? Oh, I get it. Because the cracks in each pipe are different, right? So each pipe sprays out the steam in a different way, huh? Okay, that did do it. Yes. Okay, it's not far now. Try to move forward. Ouch. All right, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, raise away. Give me a second, madam. I will be up there momentarily. Oh no, I raise it like this. Okay, I thought I had to go to the fuse box. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Open it, hurry. Is that any way to ask for something? It's no use. I can't budge it. It must be stuck. Oh no. No! Is this Ray? What? How does Ray play into all of this? This has to be Ray. Cool. All right. You know, now that I think about it, I think there's only one chapter left. We're going to stop here and then have the most grandiosos of finale for next stream because it is going to be the last absolute chapter. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here and hopefully you have a great rest of your night or morning and a great tomorrow too. Take it easy. Farewell. Until next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.